Hey guys, this is Chris from Smithy Finance. This is my midday market report for January 31, the final day of the month. We've been doing okay. It was a quiet day, not much going on anyway, but just recently across the ticker has come news that the Trump tariffs are starting tomorrow for Canada, Mexico, and China. So that's turned the market south for sure. We've got the Dow is about down 321 points. So it's dropping pretty hard as I speak. When I came up here to record this, the Dow was down about 200. So it's added another 120. Toronto is decidedly negative as well, down, I don't know, 150 or more at this moment. The golds and silver, which were moderately flat to up a little bit, are now decidedly negative. Bitcoin, which had traded as high as 106, is now down at, I believe, 103. Let me have a quick look. 102 and a half. So it's getting hit pretty hard as well. So this is shaking the market up a bit. I'm not really doing much today. Just looking at my situations. I've got some offers a little bit high, and nothing's been hit. I do have a small bid on Microstrategy because today Microstrategy announced, or I guess last night, they announced the pricing of this new preferred issue that they're issuing. It's been upsized dramatically. It was a $250 million Pref. It's now 565 million or thereabouts. And let's talk about that for a minute because it is very interesting, and I think it's bullish MicroStrategy. There is a lot of chatter on X about this. Some are not happy about it, but let's go through the basics. It is an $100 was the base price that they floated earlier this week, but it's actually being priced at $80. It's an 80-cent dividend, and it's perpetual. Now that 80-cent dividend can be paid in stock or cash. So 80 cents on $80 brings us to a 10% yield, which on the surface might seem a little bit high, especially when MicroStrategy's been getting their convertibles done at basically 0%. But it is a perpetual preferred, and it's very interesting actually. The conversion price of the pref is $1,000 for MicroStrategy stock, but that's actually a floating rate. It's a little bit complicated. I don't quite understand it exactly, but if that pref, for example, traded up to $150, then the convertibility becomes $1,500. So I'll know more on that as the days pass. But right now it's convertible at 1,000, but that is floating and it can go higher. So the dilution to MicroStrategy stock is going to be minimal, and that's what makes it a great deal for MicroStrategy. So they're raising about 580 million. All of that is non-dilutive until much higher. And that's really a great thing because the at the market has been accretive dilutive. In other words, they've been able to buy their Bitcoin, but they've been putting out shares at a premium to their Bitcoin valuation. Anyway, it's a little bit complicated. If you follow MicroStrategy, you know what I'm talking about. But this, so they've raised 580 million. They will have an at the market on this pref, so they'll be able to issue more shares as they deem reasonable down the road. And again, basically non-dilutive to the common shareholders, but they will be adding Bitcoin, which means your Bitcoin yield is going to go higher. So I really like the deal. We'll see. It's the first of its kind. It's the first Bitcoin-backed preferred, and they've been selling this to a whole new audience of fixed income people, institutions. And there is a little bit of disappointment that it wasn't priced at 100 and instead was priced at 80. But again, it's the first time they've got this out the door. I think it's valuable. I think it's going to trade higher when it starts trading, and then perhaps much higher. Maybe it'll reflect a 6% yield down the road, which is going to take the price up a lot. Um, so that's basically the only news I have for you today. It's just this the tariff is sort of pounding the markets at the moment. We'll see if that's just a short term knee jerk reaction. But I was really thinking these tariffs were going to be more of a threat, a way to get some trade deal or security at the border with Canada. But as it turns out, it's not a threat. It's actually happening. We'll see how long it lasts and what the retaliation is from Canada, Mexico, and China on it. But here we go. That's about all I've got for today. Have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.